and it sounds like we're good to go. I am pulling it up on YouTube.
Yeah, we're live right now.
We are?
Yeah, we're live.
Ah, there we go. Very cool. All right. We'll wait for a couple of folks to get in from here.
I'm going to share this.
Zach sharing some links. For anyone that hops in, well, I don't even know if I see anybody in here just yet, so I don't think it's time for our apology.
What are we apologizing for?
We're just a little late.
Yeah, well, we'll apologize before if
Summer hours, man.
Yeah,
Everything moves a little slower.
There was traffic. It's overcast today.
Yeah.
You know, that's like a valid reason, right?
Yeah.
We were all having a good night last night. You know, it just tends to happen to the boys.
Yeah, you know, everybody was. It's a Sunday morning in the off season, but we're excited. We've been busy. That doesn't just because it's a Sunday morning in the off season doesn't mean we haven't been busy. And you have been busiest.
Well, let's.
Let me get this out here.
Let's get this out before we fully ramp up the edit.
Yeah. We'll call it a tease in the business.
Yeah. Ah, I see what you did there, Trevor. Oh, I see what you did there, Trevor. Nice.
Let me get this up over here.
All right.
Let me turn this down.
Boop.
Let me send this link out to a few more peeps.
And
Tommy Twitter Fingers. That's what they call me. Oh, dude. I just realized one of the many benefits of having Trevor in here. I mean, obviously, he's great with the cameras and the equipment. Shout out to Trevor. Appreciate you, big dog. But, like, if we say stuff that's actually really funny, we can get a little laugh track.
Yeah, that's
it's
nice,
officially,
dude.
like, you're on the clock as far as, like, we're going to try to make you break. Is the goal. One of my unofficial goals for this show that I'm making official now. I'm excited to try.
well,
so.
we're here also now with Trevor on the team. We're here to indoctrinate him into Spurs fandom.
Yeah.
Even though he's a Houston boy.
I mean,
We respect it.
it's the kind of thing where, like, you know, those ties aren't like. Does anybody actually want to be a Rockets fan? I don't think so.
Even Trevor's saying
Shake it, big head shake, no. Big head shake, no. So yeah, I think we got a good shot at that.
Well, all right. We have. It looks like Zach's brother's first comment.
Yeah,
so,
Marcus. What up, Marky?
Let's just jump into it. Have you tweeted out yet, Tom?
Oh yeah, we're treated.
Okay, we're tweeted.
Well. Ghost said, did we do something wrong?
I don't know.
That seems like a...
Ominous.
Yeah. Seems like we're in trouble.
I don't know.
And dude, it's a ghost that said that? That's scary, bro.
Well, let's do a proper introduction into
Should we
the show
introduce
now.
it properly?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we can do that. Hello and welcome. Which camera am I looking at? This one? Hi. Hello and welcome to the Silver and Black Coffee Hour. My name's Tom Petrini. This is Aaron Blackerby.
Hey, everyone.
That's Zach Montana.
Say your name.
Zach Montana, that's me.
There you go.
Little vocal ID for the
That's me.
listeners.
We're trying to turn this around, into a podcast as well.
Yeah, for the audio only listeners.
That's
but why
fair.
would you listen to audio only when you guys are so handsome
And we have this great setup.
Yeah,
now. We
this
have
lovely,
great cameras.
lovely space.
Got a big old bright light in my face. This feels really official.
Right.
Yeah.
You can see all of my pores
Yeah.
actually.
So Ghost 21 brings up a good point. What happened at 11? Well, Ghost 21, we're testing out some new things. It's the off season.
Summer League for us too.
We have Trevor here that's helping us out with doing more live broadcasts. So we've got to set up cameras, got to set up lights, got to, I had to take a couple poops.
Thank you for
that.
We had some breakfast. Look, our time management skills are not great right now.
It was. I think it was primarily a bathroom-driven thing. I'm willing to blame you that entirely on you.
You know what? I'll take it. I'll take the blame on that. But
we're off to a roaring start
A
of this
rumbling
episode.
start, as they would say.
Rumbling, stumbling.
The rumble in my tumble.
This is a small room, so if you need to take any time out there, you can.
Yeah.
But yeah, appreciate everybody bearing with us and coming to hang out on this Sunday afternoon now. I guess it's not technically afternoon, but because it's before noon technically.
Yeah,
still.
we're not.
So,
We'll go into the afternoon today.
This Sunday before noon. Welcome. We're Austin-based San Antonio Spurs podcast.
We are.
We are having a lot of fun doing this. It would have been more fun if we could have all gotten out to Vegas, baby, but that responsibility fell squarely on you this time. I'm sorry about that.
Hey,
I know it's a real pain in the ass.
I was in Vegas last weekend, repping the crew there. I was repping during games. Zach, if you want to show off your lovely shirt, could have seen me on the broadcast here. I went to Vegas last week with my buddy Thomas, who is a Rockets fan, and I had such a blast. Probably the best Vegas trip I've had.
That's high praise.
I want to give a shout out first to a couple folks that I met at the arena. Shout out Otis. I saw you tweeting already this morning. Really enjoyed watching the Mavs Spurs game with you. He had a great pair of glasses that he kept yelling at the ref if they needed them because the amount of ticky-tack fouls that Cooper Flag got was awesome.
Can't agree with that.
And then shout out to Alex, who was a dude wearing Spurs shorts, who actually lives out in California, but he was like, yeah, I'm a Spurs fan. And he pointed out some interesting things that were going on with some front office guys as well. But I had a great time in Vegas. Also met some of the great Twitter commentariat in Spurnandez. My dude,
Salinas, dude.
Legend.
Rick and Steph, you guys were such a delight to hang out with last week. And then Eric Salinas, who is now my boy, have really enjoyed getting to chop it up with him in Vegas. And since then, so some Twitter friends became IRL friends. Which
I love that.
That was the best.
Las Vegas Summer League is a place for that to happen, right? That's like what it's built for. It's built for basketball sickos, and Spurnandez and Salinas both definitely, like, for sure, like, absolutely qualify in there. Steph as well. The whole, like, anybody that is making a point to go out to Las Vegas, Nevada for Summer League, as a fan, you're a sicko. But also, like, pretty much the entire NBA descends on Las Vegas for these 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
Players on the, the full team, veterans, people who are looking to work out for roles, people who are scouts and agents and writers and media personalities and talent evaluators and all. If you are a basketball professional, Vegas it's the only place other than maybe the draft where all 30 teams are there.
It's a convention.
It is,
essentially, yeah.
Yeah, and what a great convention city.
Yeah.
But like, and Vegas is always like that. Like, you're always liable to like run into somebody who, you just like random people all over, and it's a place for random people, random conversations. But like, you were seeing those random people who were like, NBA people, Spurs people, like members of team staff and stuff, just bumping into folks.
Oh, yeah. I mean, first off, like, non-staff that I kept running into Jalen Williams. Mm-hmm. It was very strange to be like, oh, there's Jalen Williams again. He just signed to, like,
Did you ask for some money?
I did not, but here's, like, the quick Jalen Williams story. we stayed at the same hotel, and I inadvertently stayed at the same hotel that the Spurs were at, and he is about to walk into it was the Fountain Blue, and he's about to walk into one of the high-end stores there. But it's not just him, it's like him and his crew basically like about to walk in, and I was like, well, that store's like technically closed, and it's like, not for him.
Right.
It's like, man just signed a contract for $287 million.
Somebody
like,
there who can open the register, we think.
We'll open up for him.
Yeah. So, like, I saw him, like, quite a bit at the beginning, and, like, I also kept running into Shams. Like, very randomly, we were going to dinner at the end of the first night on Thursday, and we're walking to dinner at this Italian restaurant at like, the Aria, and as I'm walking, we see Shams on the phone in the middle of a restaurant where no one is sitting.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a completely empty restaurant, and I'm just like, what the hell? So
They cleared it out.
Yeah.
For boss talk.
Yeah. And then, as far as, like, you know, seeing so many players in the wild, probably, like, I did the roulette table with JV Bickerstaff for a bit. Detroit Pistons head coach was there. The Fountain Blue had the Spurs, the Pistons, the Suns, and the Nets all staying there. And so even when I first got in to town and I was going up to my room, Harrison Barnes like walks out of the elevator. And as I came back from the first game where the Spurs played the 76ers, as I'm walking in the elevator, Steph Castle's like right behind me. And I'm in the food court getting some food, and I see Summer League Spurs coach Mike Noyes, you know, there. And this is like how much of a sicko I am. Like I've met some celebrities at times, and I'm usually like pretty okay about it. Like I'm not like, but like I'm like, that's Mike Noyes. He's the Summer Spurs head coach. He's a development coach. Like, oh my God, my palms were getting sweaty.
You were like, dude, I've seen your mixtape.
Yeah. I did go up and say hi to him and met his girlfriend. Much more jacked in person than I expected. Like, the dude is swole.
No, I saw him last year when he was doing pre-workout with the team.
Yeah.
He's cock dieseled out there.
Yeah, and he was very nice dude. Told him about the podcast. Coach Noyes, if you're listening, like, we're excited you're here.
We'll add on that. The shirt he was wearing yesterday, the Spurs shirt on the sideline.
Yeah.
Mike, I need you to send me a DM on where you get that shirt, because that is an unbelievable Spurs shirt you had on.
Wow.
The polo had like Hawaiian designs on the back of it with like the Spurs. It was sick.
You think like
Official.
not team issue? Like
It was definitely team issued, but like not for the public.
He
Right.
can't be wearing bootleg merch while he's coaching in an official.
The Vegas,
No, but
Vegas off the bottom.
you know what I mean though. You know, like when a guy has like, you know, freshman year of high school makes the first like sports team that he makes, and then he's got the like team issue, standard issue. You know, it's team issue, but not standard issue, is what we're saying. It was a deep pull. It was somebody had to like, you know.
Hopefully he was like the model guy for this upcoming season. Like Mike wore it, and then
they were breaking it out for him already.
Yeah,
okay,
so let's
cool.
hope.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that's the magic of Summer League that we talked about the show before, is just you never know who you're going to run into, and you know, like it's for elbow bumping, and the place is literally full of NBA players and people, and a lot of them are hard to miss.
Yeah, well, here's my most Vegas Summer League story from this year. So I'm in the elevator going down to get coffee on like Friday morning, and as I'm in the elevator, another very athletic man walks in with what looks to be like a much more technologically advanced back brace. Mm-hmm. Like there's like lights up and everything, and it's just me and him in the elevator, and I'm just go, hey man, like what team do you play for? And he goes, Detroit. I'm like, oh, cool, man. You guys had like such a great season. Like really stoked to see what y'all are doing there. Man, that's so tight. And then as we're basically I'm kind of like trying to ask him like, oh yeah, were you at the Austin game or something last year? He's like, no, I wasn't. I was hurt. I'm like, okay. And then like there's kind of a silence, and then he just like goes, do you believe in Jesus? And I was very thrown off by that question because we were talking basketball, and then he wants to talk about Jesus, and I was like, well, man, I mean, I grew up in the church. My grandfather was a priest. Like, I'm very like well aware of it and everything. And he's like, and we get off the elevator, and I was expecting, because this guy is clearly an NBA player of some sort, like he was just gonna walk off, just like, okay, cool. But he starts walking beside me, and we start talking more, and he's like, yeah, like I really came to Jesus in the last year. Like, I've been fighting demons for a while, and I just like, the grace and power of Christ has like really been great for me. I was like, hey man, that's awesome. Like, however, you got to take care of yourself. That's great. And so I'm getting in the coffee line, and he's like still kind of talking to me, and this goes on. We talked for like 20 minutes. Like, it was like a genuine conversation. And before he leaves, he's like, hey bro, can I pray for you? And I was like, hey man, thank you. Like, you obviously can. I'm not going to stop you. I'm not going to do anything like that. But, it'd be really great if you prayed for like the people of Kerrville. And he was like, oh, what happened there? I was like, hey man, like my wife's from there. My mother-in-law lives there. They had this crazy flood. They could really use, prayers. They could really use, help. And he was like, and I had gone down to Kerrville, like right after it to check on my mother-in-law. And so I took some pictures of the damage, and I showed him to him. He was like, whoa, that's crazy. I was like, yeah, man, like if you could make time for your prayers to do that, like that'd be great. And he was just like, bet, okay, yeah, I'll do that, man. And then he's like, what's your name? And I said, oh, my name's Aaron. I was like, what's yours? And he's like, Jaden. And I was like, who's Jaden on the Pistons again? And then I was like, his voice is very deep, so I asked him, I was like, Jaden? He's like, Jaden. And I was like, did I mishear it? Like, I was like, this guy isn't Jalen Duren. Like, he's much shorter than that. And so, like, I look up the Pistons roster, Summer League roster. I'm like, where's a Jaden here? And I don't see one. I'm like, man, does this guy play for the Pistons? And then I was like, oh, wait. Was that Jaden Ivey?
You're forgetting one of the great Summer League moments of like him and childhood friend Blake Wesley. Mm-hmm. Wasn't that Summer League that they played against each other? Right?
Yeah.
And they play against each other in the league as well. But yeah, man, that's like it's super cool that like he had a 20-minute conversation with an NBA player, just like, because he was wanting to talk to you or to people. Like, that's
incredibly nice dude. Like,
yeah.
Shout out Jaden Ivey.
Yeah.
And so then, like, as he's leaving and in line, shooting coach Jimmy Barron of the Spurs started standing behind me, and then like I just kind of turned to him like, Coach Jimmy.
Right. Starstruck.
Yeah, I just like I feel like I've been much cooler in those situations, but Jimmy Barron was nice enough to talk with me for a bit while we were waiting for our coffee, and told me a little bit about his time playing overseas. And I was like, oh, I just got back from Europe, so we talked more Euro travel. I probably came in I definitely came in a little too hard at the beginning of like, Coach, like, I want to know your mantra for, like, shooting and all that. And he was just like, man, it's all in the players. I was like, God damn it, I'm getting PR speak. But I'm also like...
He was probably like, dude, I'm in line for a coffee.
That's what I mean.
Like,
he's like,
I need to wake up.
He's like in line for a coffee, and like I'm immediately hitting him with like a media...
Yeah.
I was just like, man, I feel like I messed up that interaction a little
It's
bit.
also very funny that you're like, oh yeah, top 4 pick in the draft. Like, oh yeah, that's who he is. Cool. But it's like development coach for the Spurs, and you're just can't contain yourself. I think that's very funny and
my
very
sicko-ness
apt. Yeah, you can't. Your sicko is showing.
Yeah.
Like that's really quite funny and quite you. But yeah, man, Coach Jimmy, if you're watching, yeah, these guys have decent jump shots. I need to work on mine a bit more. So
No, I said if he supposedly he's subscribed to the podcast is what we're hearing. If he wants to come, we'll take a lesson or two, no problem. Just don't try to tell me to shoot one-handed because it's not happening.
Hey,
I don't have that much time. I don't have that much time.
You have more pride than Jeremy Sohan?
Coachable.
I don't have that much time. I'm already 32. I don't have time to be
That's true.
revamping the shot.
Your frontal lobe is totally developed, my guy.
We cannot. There's no development now. It's just we need to fix what's already is. Like that's what it is.
Right.
Well, I mean, should we use this as a good transition, though, into, Summer Spurs? They ended their last game last night, beating the Pistons.
Whoop, whoop.
Ended at 4-1. Almost made the Summer League playoffs, but came up very short against the Charlotte Hornets team that is actually going to be playing tonight for the championship against the Sacramento Kings, because that Charlotte Hornets team had a bit of a nasty defense and then three-point shooting against the Spurs, but not really here to talk about the Hornets. Whoever wants to talk about the Hornets, go enjoy Conk and Nipple. But
okay, well, I had like 17 minutes on the Hornets plan, but we can just scrap. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to do. Just
I'd rather throw that out.
We should
Okay,
tell people
sure.
to subscribe.
Oh yeah.
To make sure you like this video.
Oh yeah, comment.
We've
Leave
been
us
talking
questions.
for 20 minutes without even saying that. I feel bad.
Whoopsies.
No, you're good. We had stories to get out. Like, subscribe. There's a heart button on the bottom right of your corner. If you could just smash that too, that'd be sick.
I'm gonna hit
maybe
the button.
maybe like 5 times.
Ooh, wow.
All right.
That's satisfying to do.
Be dope. But yeah, that also want to give a quick shout out to the biggest Spurs fan I know. It's his birthday today. My buddy Eddie, who passed away a few years ago. It's his birthday today. Want to give a heavenly shout out to him.
Happy birthday, Eddie.
I know you're watching and supporting from wherever you are. So miss you and love you. And shout out to the Maranos because I know they're watching too.
Nice.
Always, I always think of him and you.
It's my guy.
Yeah. But, yeah, so summer Spurs were really good. Like, the whole summer. And we got to, see a lot of the guys who were on this team here in Austin. A lot of them were Austin Spurs guys. From Jimmy Nelson Jr. to Kyle Mangus. Shout out Kyle Mangus.
Mangus gang over here.
We're big time, big mango heads around this show. But like, let's start out with some guys that we did see last year in Austin. Guys who were on two ways. Riley Minix and Harrison Ingram. Riley Minix hitting a turnaround, fading, game-winning, 20-footer was not on my bingo card. It maybe should have been, because that guy has like a super-duper pure jumper. Zach, what do you think Riley Minix did for himself this summer league?
I still think he's a little stiff, but I saw a lot of great open shot making, and you can't if you either got it or you don't have it. And for me, the game winner obviously wasn't an open shot, and it was a very difficult shot, but it seemed to be a lot of the open looks that he had. He was very comfortable getting in rhythm, and so that for me is just, if you can add a player like that who you're comfortable with, put him on the 3-point line, knowing he's going to hit on open shots, I'm not going to complain about that. That's what I saw from him, and if he's more consistent with that, then he's going to get a role somewhere in the NBA. There's no doubt about it. And
I think it was 47% from three this summer league on a fairly high volume. A little bit of clutch gene too. AB, I know you have the in person. What did it look like in person? But also, I understand that your summer league grading system is going to be we're not doing numbers or letter grades.
Not doing numbers or letter grades for me.
Okay.
We are going to grade things based on various movies or TV shows that I've seen this summer.
Okay.
And putting those against the players. So, Riley Minix, I have him billed as F1. F1 was a pleasantly surprising movie, along with some fireworks. And I'd say that game winner that Riley Minix hit against the Jazz was the fireworks, but I thought he was overall just a really solid player. When I think about a potential outside of two-way, like if he were to get like a full NBA contract, he has honestly a little bit more of my vote right now. Part of that is because the dude comes off the bench ready to shoot, ready to like fire for buckets. He had some good cuts that I saw off the ball. Agree with you, Zach, like a little more stiff on the defensive end, but he's a long, bigger body. He's also an older player. So I'm very much like Team Minix Hive for this sort of thing. And yeah, he, like, if I'm imagining his role on the Spurs at the end of a bench, essentially is going to come in and just shoot the ball. So I would have him even ahead of DJG right now, as like someone to maybe earn that spot of kind of more what I think overall the team needs. So yeah, Riley Minix, you're F1 with starring Brad Pitt.
Is he?
Yeah.
Was he the Brad Pitt of Summer League? That's how old he is. How old is he?
Oh, no.
He's 25.
Oh, ancient.
Yeah,
He's
Brad
Dude,
Pitt
he's
in
about
that-
to be off his parents' health
Right.
insurance,
Brad Pitt
bro.
in that movie looked like seeing that movie with him, I was just like, man, this dude is still just such a movie star. There's so many shots where it's just like, well, that's Brad Pitt. He's one of the best looking human beings I've ever seen in my life for my entire life.
Or farming.
Yeah.
So I think, yeah, Minix, and we'll talk about David Jones Garcia in a minute, and sort of what should the Spurs do with their remaining roster flexibility. We were at the game when Minix hurt himself last year with the shoulder, took a nasty spill.
January
and
1st.
ended his season.
Walked right by us.
So it was just really good to see him get out there and play well in this summer league. Harrison Ingram, friend of the show, Harrison Ingram, who we sat down and talked to. He's a really great kid, really talented player. And this summer league, there were some good things. There were some not as good things. I'll start with, like, in terms of counting numbers, it was like 10.7 rebounds, 4-ish assists per game.
It's very much an Ingram type stat line, even from G League, where he's
Right.
essentially averaging a double-double every game with, he's not usually going to be a 20-point scorer, but he'll get you at least 10 and get you at least 10 rebounds, something like that.
Right. The shooting jumped out to me as well. He was like 41% from three on a good volume here in this summer league, and that's sort of a swing factor for him.
A little inflated, I would say.
How do you mean?
Well, that Charlotte game, once it got out of hand, he was given a lot of three-point opportunities in the second half in that game. Definitely took advantage of it. One of the things I kept seeing with his three-point shot, though, was he was fronting the rim, which was really interesting to see, especially for like earlier in games. Like fronting the rim is usually kind of like a sign of like tired legs. Yeah. So I was a little confused by that. But once he got in the rhythm in that Charlotte game, I mean, he went like 3 for 3 at one point, I think, like near the end of the third quarter.
Yeah.
So
I feel like the effort's there with him. We're just still trying to figure out like a preferred position with like what works best with what he does. That's every time I watch him, I just feel like we're just like, where do the Spurs figure out, or the NBA in itself is like, where does this guy find the best role for himself? Like, what position is it? He obviously has decent assist numbers for his size.
And makes really clean passes.
And,
like, he had some good ones this summer.
Right, and makes good cuts. We're just still trying to figure out the best fit for him. Just in the NBA, and I think with games like this, summer league like this, the G League, it'll allow players like him to figure out a role for himself and improve, and that's what I'm excited to see for him.
Right,
Yeah.
and as a second round pick, that's sort of where you expect a guy to be in his trajectory at this stage in his career. I think for him, the areas for growth, the things that I want to see him improve most at are, his movement and his confidence. Right? There's a little bit too. I know he's an explosive athlete, right? Like he's a.
He tried to boom on somebody too.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
He tried to go up and boom.
He can get up there. Like, it's not like he's unathletic. It's just, I think a lot of the time he's moving in a less confident and more timid way.
Yeah.
And that sort of leads to mistakes and fading into the background sometimes. Summer League it's an opportunity for everybody, and the Summer League success stories are the ones where people stand out, right? It wasn't a standout Summer League for Harrison Ingram. There was, I think, a lot to build on. What's your movie comp here?
Not so much a movie comp, but a television comp. Ironheart is what I give Harrison Ingram. The beginning of Ironheart, not very good. It ended strong, though, and that's kind of how I feel like Harrison did. His first couple games were not his best, and I do think once he settled down a bit, he was better. And kind of the rule of thumb with Summer League is like being good is not necessarily indicative of how good you're going to be in the league, but don't suck. Because like if you do bad in Summer League, that is a little bit more indicative of like where you're at. And I don't think Harrison sucked. I think there's obviously things to improve upon. For me, more so, to your point, like the dude has good passes. I'd say that between Mensah and Diallo, as far as like our bigs, they were given a lot of opportunity in the post of. They had some really cool passes that were sent their way that they just could not handle. And so some of the numbers when we were looking at like those accounting, those like assist stats, I don't think fully tell the story of like there were other opportunities there to like rack up the stats with them. But look, Harrison's going to keep growing. I just really want to see him finish a little bit more. He's got a big body. Start using that.
It was really fun to see him go up and try to boom on somebody, though.
Yeah.
That was like
that wasn't like he went like tried to.
It seemed personal.
Yeah, they were
like
to each other.
it was, and that's something. I'm glad you brought up the shit talking, because that's something that you were texting us that was like, I'm not sure if this is clear to everybody at home how much shit talking is happening between some of these guys. Who are the biggest shit talkers of Spurs Summer League?
I mean, he's a little further down on the run of show, but Dylan Harper, for sure. Dylan Harper is a very competitive lad. Otis, who's in the chat now, Otis can attest to this about how much shit talking Dylan Harper specifically was doing.
Like to opponents?
Yeah.
Cool.
Hopefully not to like fans or something like that.
Right. No, I mean like the next guy we're gonna talk about. David Jones Garcia,
the star.
He was talking his shit, It didn't seem like he was getting in anybody else's face about it. It was more like, I'm here.
My game was talking shit.
Yes.
A lot of posing from him after some big three-point shots.
And flex, he should. Consider this. David Jones Garcia averaged, let me see the number. I think it's 21 a game in this Summer League. 22 points per game on 53, 53, 92 splits. High volume of threes that he shot 53% on. 6 rebounds, 4 assists, and a steal. Only 3 Spurs in history have averaged more points per game in Summer League. Can you name them?
Is Kyle Anderson on there?
Was kind
that's a good guess.
That's
he
who
was
I was
on
initial.
He was on a great Summer League. He's a Spurs Summer League legend.
Jonathan Simmons, not on there.
Decent guess, but no.
Brent Forbes.
High on the list, but no.
Whoa. Did Gary
good
Neal
poll.
make it? Was he on the Summer Spurs?
He was on the Summer Spurs. Dude, this is gonna piss me off.
One guy on the team currently.
Currently on the team.
Keldon?
No. He only played.
Yeah, he doesn't play that many.
I don't even know if I want to
One
count this because it
guy.
was like only a game or two. I think it was one game.
Well, tell us.
It was Steph Castle was
Steph
one.
Castle.
Steph Castle, okay.
One guy who I saw at Summer League, and is no longer on the team.
Who?
Trey Jones.
Okay.
Oh, wow, okay.
He had like a 35-point
right, he
game
did have
one
a good
time.
game.
Wow.
He went nuts. He got the like. Man, he went from this guy's pretty good to too good for Summer League very quickly.
Yeah.
And then any guesses on the final one, the highest on this list?
No.
Kawhi Leonard.
I was gonna think. 'cause
He who will not be named?
Right.
Yeah, I don't.
So
I don't talk about him,
so
actually.
pretty rare air for DJG to be in, and watching him play, he actually reminded me of Jordan Clarkson, but like
You got to clarify that part. You said Jordan Clarkson. Yeah. You knew who I was talking about.
I wanted to
all the
let it
time.
hang in the air there for a second, but I mean 6'6", shifty guard, a really good change of direction, wiggle, gets to his shot, not afraid to shoot it, solid shooter. Like, I feel like every team in the league could use a Jordan Clarkson. Every summer I'm like, Jordan Clarkson? And like the game that this guy, and just the swagger of it all. Like, he knew he belonged there, and maybe didn't belong there. Maybe belonged in a better place.
There is something about a left-handed basketball player that plays at like a certain pace that you just can't keep your eyes off of. It's like, this is, for some reason, it's satisfying to the eye a lot
Yeah.
more than a right-handed guy doing it.
Well, it's just like different.
And his in and out dribble is ridiculous. He got so many people, just like he gets in the pocket, hits an in and out dribble, gets to the shot, gets to a layup. Fantastic basketball player.
Especially that mid-range
Yeah,
game
I mean-
really showed it off.
He had one where he was ISO'd somebody up on the free throw line, just absolutely cooked him, and nice soft touch. He's a good basketball player. I mean, the fact I think this is telling, and we always have this conversation like levels of basketball.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that he went undrafted still can come in a whole year. In the back end of his season last year, I don't know if y'all saw his stats, he was on fire. Like,
Yeah.
he had a 50-point game.
He was a 20-plus bucket getter in the G League.
25 points a game. So,
And most of that was driven by, like, that scoring average was driven by a month of March where
he went nuts.
there was one game where he scored under 20, and the rest was like
That's when he had the 50-pointer or the 40-pointer. He was going crazy.
over and over and over. Like, we know, like, and that's, I think, the question. We'll get to the question of what becomes of DJG in a second, but like, I mean, I'm sorry, I cut you off.
No,
there,
that's where I was going with it. I think a guy like him plays into a contract in the NBA or in the EuroLeague, wherever it is, where this is a life-changing moment for him.
Yeah.
The shooting splits are no joke. It's not like it was one game. It was a good product. They're like, you're getting a good like, you're seeing what this guy does, and this isn't just a one game. This is 6 games that he played well. So good for him. I hope whatever comes next for him is a fulfilling dream that gets fulfilled. I think that's how I look at it.
I give him a grade of Superman. A pleasantly surprising movie for me. I didn't have high expectations. I mean, to be quite frank, I did not know who David Jones Garcia was even before Summer League, but very pleasantly surprised by him, and I was pleasantly surprised by Superman. Really fun popcorn movie. Hit a lot of the fundamentals. The man could shoot threes when they were open. He came off the bench when he needed to, got buckets, had a great mid-range game, had some good finishing. He's also someone who, he was definitely the 1A scorer of the team, but he was moving the ball. Once again, I think there's kind of a little bit of stone hands with the bigs there that he probably could have gotten a couple more assist accounting stats there, but fantastic overall experience watching David Jones Garcia, and regardless of if it's with the Spurs or someone else, like, cheering for the dude, because truly was a walking bucket.
That is what Summer League is all about. A guy that, we're all sickos. We were not familiar with his game, and he burst onto the scene, and because of what he did, these 2 weeks in Las Vegas, he's going to be able to provide his family with generational wealth. That
Whether it's
is
here or
awesome.
in Europe, wherever it is, and like, cheers to him, man.
And so let's talk about that, because the reason why I stepped on your toes there, Zach, is because what you were talking about with his G League production is we already kind of know what he can do in the G League. He's already gotten to that point where it's like, maybe this guy's too good for the G League. So the question becomes, what is the market for DJG? What is the interest on the Spurs end? And this is something that I think you can confirm that there's some interest from NBA teams and NBA head coaches on talking to this guy.
Yes, I can.
Yeah.
That's all I will say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I think directly, like Mike Noyes said after the last game, he was like, this guy deserves whatever bag is coming his way.
He's been singing his praises. Funny thing, when I talked to Mike Noyes, I was like, oh man, DJG's balling out. And I don't think he had heard that nickname just yet because it kind of caught him off guard, but I heard him kind of go like, like, I like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I don't think that it's been any secret. It's not just been last night's game or anything. Mike Noyes has been singing this dude's praises all Summer League season, and why wouldn't he?
A Garcia jersey goes platinum in San Antonio, by the way. Just a heads up.
Hell yeah.
Probably.
It definitely does.
Yeah.
I always screw up hyphenated names, dude. If there's 3 names that I gotta remember, it increases the likelihood that I'm gonna fuck up at least one of them by like
These are easy
40%.
names to remember, though.
Yeah, but see, as a Giants fan, I like
Daniel Jones.
Jones. My brain wants to do Daniel Jones.
Yeah, I see. Yeah.
But then I had to realize why I was doing that, and I don't ever want to think of Daniel Jones again.
That's fair.
So
We're bringing up bad memories.
right, like I kind of need to take a walk now, just from that.
Can I bring up good memories though?
Totally.
Good memories is bringing up Dylan Harper.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Watching him play, number 2 pick
against number 1 pick.
against number 1 pick. He showed out why he was so highly regarded in the draft, I thought. And we got a good one, fellas. Got a really good one. I can tell you a little bit about what I saw there at the game, but like curious to hear first what y'all are thinking on him.
I mean, he's a smooth operator. Just there's
A little Sade.
yeah, there's just you watch him, and it's like the guy who walks in the gym. You're playing pickup, and he's walking like 1 mile an hour. You're like, who is this guy? And then he gets on the court. He's moving at 1 mile an hour, but gets to every single spot he wants to get to. He's running his mouth, laughing about it, and you're like, okay, this guy just got a different like set of rules that he operates by.
He kept it in like 3rd or 4th gear.
Yeah, I
But
wouldn't
he
say
was
that.
swinging it around the turns, though. You know, like you were feeling some lateral G's.
100%. And he also got to the line 7 times both games, which is what we talked about when we initially, found out we were probably drafted him. And what he brings to the team is once again another downhill ball handler that's going to force defenses to either foul him or get out of position to leave other people open. And I mean, what a player! What an athlete! Jumped out of the damn gym for a block. Talk shit.
Dude, can we talk about that for a second? Because that block, man.
Pulled groin still does it? I mean, come on.
If you saw it, you know what we're talking about. Because it was the one where he went up.
Go look in the shorts on YouTube. We put it there.
He went up and he just kept going up. Like, I tweeted it out. It was like he hit the apex of his jump and then just forgot that gravity was there and kept going. Jaw-dropping athleticism. And you were like right next to it.
I
Like,
was
what
behind the Spurs bench.
What was the bench reaction to that?
Everybody was like, oh shit. I mean, so I got Otis on my left, who's like, oh shit. I got Eric Salinas on my right, who's oh shit. Got Steph Fernandez, like, oh shit. Then you have the whole Spurs bench, oh shit. Then there's the Spurs brass on that same baseline there. It's like, oh my god. Like, what
they
did we
said
just
it with their
draft?
eyeballs.
Yeah, and I think so. He took a bit of a tumble on that, and I think it's actually because Ryan Nembhard like kind of had his arm out on him, which I don't think like is fully shown in the on the TV feed. And later in the game, when it was getting a little closer, like Nembhard was like trying to put him, and Harper just kept slapping his arm away and just being like, "Get off me!" And you want to talk about? I understand what aura farming is after seeing Dylan Harper sit on the bench the first game, because just looking at him, I was just like, I said to my buddy Tom, I was like, this guy is like clearly different, and he's like, I was like, what is it? He's like, he just looks like a famous person.
Yeah.
And then to y'all's point about like being on the court, I mean, the dude never seemed rushed. Let's get this very straight about Dylan Harper, at least in Summer League. The man does not need a pick to get downhill. He will get a pick when he wants it. But one of the things he did multiple times was he looked to find where Cooper Flagg was. Mm-hmm. And usually Cooper Flagg was guarding Carter Bryant, and he just said, bring him to me.
Yep.
And he switched on him, and he could get anywhere he needed. To your point, man never rushed anything, was just always in control. I was pleasantly surprised by him. That's why my grade for Dylan Harper is this new docu-series coming out that just came out by Adam Curtis called Shifty.
Okay.
Shifty by Adam Curtis is taking a lot of different, what we would think like disparate ideas and forming them into one of showing like patterns of human behavior. And when I look at Dylan Harper, I see a lot of creativity. I see a lot of things that we haven't really seen in a Spurs uniform when it comes to ball handling, getting downhill like that, athleticism. Very cool. And also, I recommend everybody go check out Shifty. It is a very interesting docuseries.
That's an unpaid ad, though, by the way. So
It's on the BBC, so, like, it's...
British royal family, give us some, let me hold something.
I like
you got it.
I like what Otis said right here. Just Harper had Nembhard throwing fits. Harper was so physical in person. I completely agree.
And also from Otis here that Dylan Harper's straight East Coast. I cannot wait to ask that young man New York questions.
Yeah, Tom, I've already know you and him are gonna have.
We're gonna at some point. We'll figure it out.
Are you gonna try and make him a sauce?
Are you going?
I can make him a sauce.
Are you going to pull out the New York accent?
It's gonna come out naturally because that's the thing. That's what happens.
He'll have
you code switch when you're in front of New York.
It's not. It's not intentional. It's not intentional. It's just that my accent is very malleable. It's very. I'm a sponge. I soak up whatever's around me and it comes back out.
Okay.
When I'm at a NASCAR race, it starts sounding a little like I'm from North Carolina.
Okay.
When I am talking to somebody normally, I think this is my normal voice, but when I talk to somebody back home, it's like it sounds like a gutter person from Staten Island who just hey, let me get a bacon, egg, and cheese type of like.
Is that how you're gonna start you're gonna hit him with the AO?
It's gonna be like, we're going to the bagel store. What are you getting? What's your order?
But you gotta hit him with the AO though. The AO.
Yeah, the AO is a very New York
that's
greeting.
Like a hello.
Do you think he's a your guy?
I don't know if he's a your guy. I gotta ask.
We gotta ask.
It would be funny if he
Come
responded.
Training camp, like, pull up, your.
It would be funny if he responded to that like, yes, I am.
Yes, sir, I am a your guy. Thank you.
but yeah, we'll do a New York minute. I'll ask him a bunch of New York questions. It'll be rapid fire.
Someone says, Code Switch is hilarious. Sounds like my man is the Karl Anthony Towns of the podcast.
Dude,
Tyrese Halliburton does that too.
Tyrese Halliburton is crazy, but like,
That's great.
The thing is, it's like it does just happen naturally. It happened. The Long Island comes out of me when I say Long Island.
Okay.
Yeah, I hear it.
It's a very because that's a series of words that really lends itself to the accent. Long Island. When I'm saying Long Island, when I've had 2 or more alcoholic beverages, I start to regress. And anytime I am talking to my family or my friends from New York or just another person from New York, if somebody's because I hear it and I'm like, where are you from? And they tell me which borough, and then we just talk like that.
Do you have a Texas accent?
Nah, I just...
Not even when you're drinking, it doesn't come out or anything?
I mean, I don't know. People say I sound like it sometimes, but I don't know.
Okay.
What accent comes out of you when you're drinking?
Texas. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you just came out there.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, so...
You said Texas. Yeah.
We're talking about how we
Trevor
sound.
knows what I'm talking about. Yeah.
We're talking about how we sound. Can we ask the chat how we look? Can we get some comments in the chat? What do we think about the new production here? Can we get some thoughts? We...
Thumbs up.
Maybe we look great.
F's in the
we
chat.
look ugly.
We look handsome.
Yeah, you can see a pimple on my face. I don't know.
The camera's
it's not there, but
the camera's too good.
Yeah,
and so we're too locked in on Zach's mustache hairs. It's a little disconcerting.
Well, while we wait for that, how about we tap into our thoughts on Carter Bryant?
Oh yeah.
What a dog,
dude!
What a dog!
Do you want to give us a little DMX?
What a dog! I mean,
what's my name?
Yeah,
Carter Bryant.
The one guy at the gym who isn't wearing athletic wear, wearing old basketball shoes.
Smash McDouble falls out his pocket.
But it's picking you up full court.
You got off work. You're just trying to get some cardio in. He's busting your ass.
He's picking you up full court, sweating. Oh God, that is Carter Bryant to a T. I love the dog in him.
He was doing psycho shit on the court. It was great. It was great to watch. I was like, man, this is my kind of sicko. But the thing that solidified him to me as a sicko is it's the third quarter. The Spurs are up 30 points on whoever's ass they're beating. And he is standing on the bench, just barking out defensive assignments and yelling stuff to his team. That guy is nuts in the best way. Yeah. I love him. Love.
And
I'm there.
The shot came back last few games, so good to see that as well.
Well, they let him shoot. Yeah. I mean, if there's one thing in that Charlotte game you could take, they were like, person we're going to let shoot the ball, Carter Bryant. Person we're not going to let shoot the ball, DJG. They doubled him up every time. But first off, met some of Carter Bryant's family out, and they were very sweet, very nice folks. I believe it was his aunt, his sister, and one of their friends. Fernandez was there with literally a 30-pound WWE Spurs championship belt that I got to hold. It was so sick. And they were asking about it, and I went up to go get them another beer, and we met them, incredibly nice, and we started spitting at their family some of the various nicknames with should we call him Carter the Clamps Bryant? Should we call him the Carter? Should we
the Carter?
These sorts of things.
The Carter 11.
That's already been taken.
Yeah,
Lil Wayne has that dubbed.
Whatever. But man, I think one thing to say about him is, yes, his offensive game needed some work. What I kind of saw from it was a dude getting used to a little bit more NBA speed, probably more the intensity of that, and started calming down a little bit from it. In that game against the 76ers, we had something that we dubbed the Carter Shrug. He hit a three-pointer that banked in off the wing, and literally he just goes, I don't know.
We've all been there.
Yeah, man.
Physics did the same thing. It was I don't even know how that went in at that angle.
But he, but for all of his offensive woes, which I would like to see in the future, probably a little more playmaking, a little more driving kick game. Not that he's necessarily going to be asked that probably in the limited minutes he's going to play with the Spurs. But that is something like in the evolution of his game I like to see. But offensively, all that being said, the fact that he's gotten so much praise because of his defense, because of how locked down he was on that. Summer League is not a place where many people get praised for their defensive effort. So for him to come in and be essentially a psycho, picking up dudes full court, throwing some real clamps on Cooper Flagg in that game, and really wanted the assignment of that. Super excited about him.
Well, they were... Jason Kidd said he wanted Cooper Flagg as a point guard.
Yeah.
That changed pretty quickly when Carter Bryant was on him.
That's true.
Cooper, you're going off the ball. We're going to run you off the ball screens and get you some looks. That's what happened when Carter Bryant was on him. So, cheers to him.
This is why I will give Carter Bryant, and this is the movie I recently saw, Eddington by Ari Aster.
Okay.
Fantastic movie. One of the probably my favorite Ari Aster movie I've ever seen. Very chaotic. And Carter Bryant is a chaos agent on that court.
For sure.
And cannot wait to see if we ever do some sort of lineup between him, Stephon Castle, Jeremy Sohan, Wemby, insert anyone else. And good luck.
I could go play defense with that group of people. I think it'd be
good luck
efficient.
finding the basket.
We talked about this in the last show because Carter Bryant is just the latest example of the Spurs drafting the best defender in the draft for the last 4 years now. They've done that. And that's pretty freaking neat, I have to say. Yeah, Carter Bryant is going to grow in his offensive game. If/when he gets NBA minutes, it's going to be a very defined role. There's not going to be much asked of him. But the thing that's going to be asked is go in there and be an absolute menace on defense. Cooper Flagg wound up having a decent game in that game, a good game.
Carter Bryant,
a very good. He finished with like 31,
32.
Yeah, really good game for Cooper Flagg. But if you just watch the first half, Carter Bryant had him in hell. They had to adjust to get him away from that.
Otis in the chat can attest to this. Cooper Flagg that game was getting superstar level foul calls. Mm-hmm. The 32 points is 32 points. Yes. The dude went to the foul line a lot when anyone breathed on him. It was a bit annoying, especially I feel like the energy in the arena as a whole was a bit annoyed by that because just wanted to see these dudes go at each other.
Well, I'll give you how much of a superstar whistle he was getting against Bronny James 2 nights before that.
I was there too.
There was a play where Bronny James played good defense on him. Cooper Flagg got the ball back and started trying to back down on Bronny James, and Bronny ripped him. And they called a foul, and I'm like, oh, that's how you know you're getting real superstar calls because they're saying, Bronny, sorry, buddy. Cooper, we're giving you this flag. We're giving you this call right now.
Well,
yeah, if he's already getting the preferential treatment over LeBron James,
yeah, he might be in trouble.
Well,
the chosen one calls.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyone else from this summer league group that you wanted to keep an eye out for?
I gotta say, shout out Dex Dennis. Like another guy who shot like 50% from 3 in this summer league, and has some good size.
Long wing.
Yeah, like that's kind of one where I was watching him and just being like, huh.
Yeah. What about you, Zach?
This summer league has just made me want the real season to come along. So I think my answer is I just want to see more Spurs basketball.
Well, fair enough.
Whoever's on the roster, I'm watching.
I thought Jameer Nelson Jr. really showed out again. Dude can really get downhill and is not afraid to do it, especially as much more of a smaller guy. So, yeah, those are some dudes and I agree with you on Dexter Dennis. But let's transition away from Summer League for a quick bit. Since we're in this, can we tell the chat to ask some questions for the end of the show so we have them in here?
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
So if y'all have questions, we're going to do a Kelly Olynyk talk right now. But when we get done with this, we're going to answer questions from y'all. So if y'all have any questions,
drop them in the chat.
We'll go back to them, the ones that we like and can answer.
Yeah. Once again, Silver and Black Coffee Hour. Like and subscribe.
Tell your friends, tell your enemies.
Every damn day.
All right, Kelly Olynyk talk. Let's go.
Kelly Olynyk is on the Spurs.
Where's a backward tap sideways?
Yes. He's an interesting-looking individual.
Well, I mean, I just said that's something I noticed.
I'm trying to picture that in my. Can you demonstrate?
Yeah, give me a hat. I'll do it.
Yeah.
Give me the hat right there.
Yeah,
Throw
yeah.
it to me.
Yeah.
Throw it
Get the
to me.
gator.
All right, my
And
dad's
it's a
old
Mets hat. I love Mets.
Yeah.
It's like one of these vibes.
Hell yeah.
Or maybe it's off this side.
All right.
But you get the vibe.
All right. Hold on.
You-
Actually, Zach, we're gonna ask you
I'm
right
not
now.
a hat guy.
Yeah.
We're gonna ask
You're-
you to do a little improv yes-anding here.
Okay.
Welcome to the Silver and Black Coffee Hour, everyone. In the studio just now, making his first surprise guest appearance, is Kelly Olynyk.
Whoa.
How are you doing?
Do I pull a Canadian accent out or do I? Oi.
Is that Canadian?
I don't think that's Canadian.
I think that might be like Australian. But anyways, I'm here. I'm glad to be in San Antonio.
Yeah, how?
I
what
still
do you-
wear my cap backwards to the side because I'm in the early 2000s, but it's all good.
Yeah. How was it sitting next to Victor Wembanyama at Summer League?
I felt short for the first time in my life.
And did that feel comforting?
Yeah, it felt very safe.
Nice. So you were traded to the Spurs.
I was.
What are you most excited about playing with the Spurs, Mr. Kelly Olynyk?
What am I most excited for about the Spurs organization or the city itself?
Brother, just answer the question.
You know, we have a great young core here. We have De'Aaron Fox. What a player. We have the 2 reigning rookies of the year. What players we're talking about. We have Harrison Barnes, who shot the ball very well last year. And I'm here, and we added another big man with Luke Cornett. This is going to be a great time. Y'all should join the train while you can. And if you want to join another train, backwards tap sideways.
Thank you. Tom, do you have any other questions for Kelly Olynyk?
Yeah. So you're like an adult man, which means that you're unk on this team.
Yes.
What's that like for you?
You know, it's. I feel old, but it's all good. You know, the kids will show me the way. The kids, will keep me young, keep me fresh, and I'll get all the cool lingo.
I
It's
think
all
so.
good.
Cool. Well, good.
Nice.
Thank you, Kelly.
Hey,
I
Kelly
appreciate-
Olynyk, thanks for stopping
thank
by.
you. Appreciate you stopping by,
Sorry.
Kelly Olynyk.
Tom, how are you feeling about the Kelly Olynyk trade?
I feel like he's way shorter than I thought he'd be, but
Oh, with a mustache too.
it was really really funny. It was great to see him and Vic sitting together at the game because, I mean, we talked about backup big depth a lot last year. We freaked out how happy we were about the Luke Cornett signing. Get another big-bodied Celtics legend on the team. Guy who, like, rips three-point shots. We got Lauri Markkanen at home. And importantly, Kelly Olynyk, the player, is going to be productive and open things up for the Spurs. Kelly Olynyk, the veteran, is going to be great for the team and for the young guys. Kelly Olynyk, the contract, is interesting. Is interesting to me because essentially what the Spurs did by trading away Blake Wesley and Malachi Branham, who are good basketball players, but we're likely not going to see the court, given some of the moves that the Spurs had made. Getting Kelly Olynyk increases the salary number for the Spurs. And it's on an expiring deal. About $13 million on an expiring deal. So, this is a move that is a consolidation of spare parts that you weren't going to use to improve a position of need. It's also increasing the salary so that if/when the NBA trade deadline comes around and the Spurs are interested in a further consolidation or taking another swing if a player's available like De'Aaron Fox was at the right price and you got a salary match, this is something that keeps them nimble for doing that. And because his salary was not aggregated, he could be rerouted before the deadline.
Yep.
So like if he plays out the remainder of his contract, I'm super excited to watch that and see his contributions there. And if the Spurs are interested in facilitating a bigger move, his contract helps with that as well. So
to go further into that, I think it allows. There was a headache because it's like you pick these two guys in the first round, Blake Wesley and Malachi Branham, and it's almost like if they carry on with it this season, they have to. The front office will feel, okay, did we give him enough opportunity? Are we like it's a weird double-edged sword. Do we let him walk? Do we pay him? I think this alleviates that issue right away. It allows them to just focus on winning basketball games instead of like, what are we doing with these pieces that we really don't have any space for?
And we should shout out Malachi and Blake here because guys I got to know really very very kind people, very good basketball players. And there's an alternate universe where their development was more of a priority, right? That universe is the,
not getting Victor.
86% of universes where you don't get Victor Wembanyama, and then there's a little more of like, all right, well, let's experiment. Let's give these guys long leashes and prioritize their development. But you get Victor Wembanyama, and then you make the moves that you need to make to field a competitive team around Victor Wembanyama, and that means there's no minutes for Blake Wesley and Malachi Branham, unfortunately.
Yeah. I don't have much to add. Just to elaborate, like, it can make lineups more dynamic for nights when Wemby sits. It can make lineups more dynamic for when he plays. And to Tom's point and Zach's, like, it makes the front office more dynamic in whatever they need to do because this team is, if they don't make the playoffs next year, it's a failure. And that is from a
That's fair.
organizational standpoint. So this gives enough flexibility with contracts to be able to do that. Now, let's go to some fan questions as well as some questions of our own to wrap it up. First off, what should we do with the other two-way rosters, with the other two roster spots, even before the two-ways? You got an opinion, Tom. What do you think?
I say get David Jones Garcia in there, league him. He's clearly got the talent to be, at the very least, an end-of-the-bench scorer on nights when you need that. And, like, can fill a role for this team and provide a spark. Like, it's more than just... It depends. If you see it as a flash in the pan this summer league, then that's one thing. But I think we have a large enough sample size through both summer league and the end of his G League season that that's who this guy is. That's what he does. Like, that's what you can rely on him for. And I think that with the G League being a development league, like what more is he developing to the point where he'd be eating a lot of shots on that Austin team, and so.
But he's also getting run on that Austin team.
Right.
That's the thing. We see the Spurs use the Austin Spurs a lot to kind of make sure that people stay in shape. So. Would you prefer a two-way or a full contract on that? We have this poll up on our Twitter, by the way, if you want to vote on that. Man, I don't know. Like, I want the guy to get his opportunity wherever he feels like it's his best opportunity. If that's in Europe, if that is with the Spurs, great. To your point, kind of reminded me a bit of Champagny a few summer leagues ago, where Champagny was the 1A scorer, but then he comes to the Spurs, fully on the Spurs, and it's like you're going to be now transitioning to a 3-and-D guy. When he did come off the bench, he was still a bucket. So, like, the dude seems to, like, have a good professionalism about himself. So I'm not going to be upset if, we league him for the team at all. I think he's great. My vote, though, does go more towards Riley Minix, and understanding the Spurs system a little bit more. Also knows how to come off the bench and score, and just a bigger body. We're kind of really transitioning from having small players on our team from where we were. It now kind of seems like De'Aaron Fox might be the shortest dude on the team at the moment. So that's where I'd put it. What do you got, Zach?
I don't have a specific name. I think the Spurs are just missing one, or could use one more shooter. One more bona fide, solidified shooter. If it's Riley Minix, if it's somebody they see in free agency, it's someone they're going to pick up on a two-way. I just think this team could use just one more certified shooter where you're like, I know what you're going to get from him. Put him on the three-point line. We're going to get a lot of slides this year on defense with the ball handlers that we have, with what Wemby does. I think if you get one more Julian Champagny type player on a cheaper contract that knows his role, 3-and-D, fits perfectly with the Spurs right now, because I don't think we need a player that's going to be a high volume shooter. We have got 3 good ball handlers on the team right now with Steph Castle, De'Aaron Fox, and Dylan Harper. And we got Wemby, and you got Harrison Barnes, you got Devin Vassell, you got Keldon Johnson. There's a lot of people who have established or going to establish their role with this team this year. Whereas you're going to need somebody like a Julian Champagny who's, hey, you're going to get 5 shots a game, but they're going to be open looks. You know, it's like the Richard Jefferson story that he always tells about when he came to the Spurs. I think we've mentioned it a few times on here. Is like he had to change his whole roll up when he came to San Antonio, and he was used to catching the ball with 15 seconds left on the shot clock and had all this time. But moved to San Antonio, like your whole summer needs to focus on like catch and shoot, understanding the ball is going to be in your hands with 2 seconds left on the shot clock, and you're the bailout guy. I think the Spurs need one or two more of those guys, and that's
Right on.
where I'm at with it.
Let's go to some fan questions here. I'm gonna start with Otis's. I think Ghost 21, this death lineup. I love this question. We will also get to that, but let's first go to who has the highest jump on 3-point shooting percentage this year.
Highest jump, okay.
Stephon Castle. That's my vote.
Okay.
Shots looking really good in those Guard Whisperer videos. So yeah, I'm gonna say Stephon Castle.
I hope it's Jeremy Vassell, just for the sake of
Jeremy Vassell?
Jeremy Sohan. Jeremy Sohan is who I'm hoping makes.
That's a consolidation I wasn't expecting.
Yeah.
Breaking news: the Spurs in their new performance center have combined the best qualities of Jeremy Sohan and Devin Vassell into one mega wing.
Now that would be a great improvement for what the Spurs are trying to do, especially if he's going to be in the starting lineup. They need one more shooter out there in that starting lineup, and I think just if he can get up to league average, keep people on edge.
Good. Yeah.
That would be fantastic.
The workout videos for Sohan have looked good this summer.
Well, the thing is,
hold on. Let's keep this short. Who you got now? 3-point jump percentage.
I hope it's Fox. I think De'Aaron Fox with the off season to have his hand recovered to get back into it with a full off season recover. I think we could see Fox improve.
Okay. It would be great for what the Spurs are trying to do.
For sure.
All right.
Death lineup. I
can go death lineup. Sure.
So if we're talking in the classical.
Can we give context to what the death lineup is when it's needed?
Of course.
Under 5 minutes.
Under 5 minutes, you're going small.
Okay.
But small is so big for the Spurs.
Right.
Especially you can only be so small when you got Wemby on the court.
Right.
Right?
It's going to jack up the average.
Yeah. So if Wemby's playing center, I don't think it can... Because the thing about death ball, as popularized by the Golden State Warriors, is they ran a center who was 6'7" for that. So the Spurs can make a lineup where everybody's going to die, but it's going to look different and be different. I think the other thing that really made the death lineup work is that everybody could shoot a little bit, at least. and some guys could really shoot a lot. So
you got?
I'm gonna make my lineup just for killing, not for meeting the Warriors like.
You're not
mold.
gonna meet the shooting.
You're not gonna ever meet the Warriors mold for that. But it's Victor at center. It's De'Aaron Fox at point, and I'm just gonna go Castle and Harper and Sohan.
Interesting.
That's my like. Right now, that's my like. You're not scoring. Like.
Yeah, I think
you're not scoring and you're not stopping this.
I think my death lineup would be focused more on the defensive end as well. I would have Wemby, Fox, Castle, for sure. Give me Sohan. Give me Julian Champagny.
That's
Add a little more 3 and D to that lineup. I think Julian can come in pretty locked and ready on that. I'd actually put Champagny over that from more of a defensive perspective with it. But I think if you put that many demons on the court, it is going to be nasty to score on them. What do you got?
We forget that Devin Vassell was one of the top guard blocks in the league last year. We can't take away from that. So mine would be Fox, Vassell. Give me Harrison Barnes out there because he can shoot the piss out of the ball. You know you're going to get great spacing from him. And you know he's not going to get pushed around defense, depending on where he's at. Give me Sohan and give me Wemby. I think you got good shooting with Wemby, Vassell, and Barnes out there. You have good defenders with obviously Wemby, Vassell. De'Aaron Fox is notorious for being aggressive on the defensive end. And Vassell is notorious last year he was in the top 5 blocks for shooting guards in the league. So we're going to be playing some feisty basketball. We'll be going for a lot of blocks, probably pissing off a few teams, and making some shots. It's all good.
I like that nobody except the point guard on any of these lineups is taller than the center on the death ball lineup. But I love that.
So just to Ghost 21's point on if Giannis becomes available in the season, what is the move? I don't think the Spurs are making as big a move for Giannis mid-season. I think that's more of an off-season type of move anyway. If it happens, we're probably looking at giving up folks like Olynyk, Barnes, with those both on expirings for them, probably some first-round picks as well. But I don't think anything like that happens in season unless it's really we got to make the play. I think if we're making a trade for Giannis, we have a lot bigger problems to be dealing with.
James said Fox, Harper, Castle, Wemby, Cornette. Now that would be
that's Otis.
James Otis, same thing.
No, his name's Otis James.
Well, somebody said I agree, James, so I thought. James. But you get that's
my boy.
That's a crazy lineup though. Wemby at the 4, Cornette at the 5.
That too, yeah, for sure.
I don't think you're scoring in the lane for sure.
Cool.
Could you run a zone on that too? Probably running a 3-2 zone with them down there.
Yeah, probably.
Point Kelly.
Throw Olynyk in there, we'll get it all.
As far as Giannis goes, I think you're right, AB. It's like they already swung big on the De'Aaron Fox thing. And it was like a contact swing, not necessarily swinging for the fences.
That went over the
right?
That went over the fence.
Yeah, exactly. You didn't need to do too much with it, right? But it was a big adjustment for the team. And then so now you see how it looks and you tweak, right? I don't see another big swing coming right now. But I do think that the Spurs are going to keep their eyes open for things where they can consolidate, things where they can, add a little bit more to the top talent on this team. And they'll be opportunistic, and they can afford to be opportunistic, and they don't have to Like the Spurs are not in a position where they have to do anything, which is really advantageous for them.
Agreed. Well, guys, I feel like we've answered some really great questions here.
Let's give a quick shout out to Trevor for doing a great job behind the
We got to
scenes.
shout out Trevor, the man behind the camera.
Thank you,
Everyone that showed up today.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for being a part of this. Once again, sorry we were late. We're gonna keep working on these things. As far as like summer schedule, look, it's about to be a dead as hell period, but we'll still be looking for things to put out there for you guys, various interviews and folks that we'll be reaching out to in the coming weeks. End of August, we'll start Eurobasket that we know Jeremy Sohan will be participating in, so might have some tapping in there with him as well. But in the meantime, this has been the Silver and Black Coffee Hour. Tell your friends, tell your enemies. Be sure to like and subscribe to the podcast. And what else you guys got to say before we roll out?
Be nice to each other. Go Spurs, go. Yeah, I think that's about it.
Great.
I mean, it is the dog days of summer, but we only have to go like a month and a half before the season starts, like training camp and stuff like that.
Season preview, big questions headed into the season.
Yeah,
2 more roster spots.
Yeah, there's just guys.
Hypotheticals.
Yeah, well, the hypotheticals. Yeah.
Schedule release middle of August.
August 25th. Schedule release coming out, so we'll be there for that as well. But yeah,
total sicko mode shit here.
Since we'll be kind of spotty for the rest of summer, every 2 weeks or whatever, just want to tell everyone to enjoy the rest of their summer. Stay out of the heat. Hadn't been too hot. We've been avoiding 100-degree days here, so just keep enjoying life, and you'll see us soon.
Yeah. Thank y'all again, and peace out.